I did go through a period in 2008 in which I inundated myself. I soaked in, um, read saints and sages and masters and mystics and philosophies, religions, psychology. I spent a year and a half reading and going online and watching YouTube videos, and then eventually let go of all that and decided to experience for myself what these people were talking about. Um, and it was a surrendering process where I laid down on my back, and it's connected with what I do now. I laid on my back and surrendered and let all the thoughts empty, and watch them for a while, and then let them empty, and then reach an experiential point where the knowing came. There's a knowing that comes with it. And as I was saying before, the thoughts and the feelings glide by on this knowing like a conveyor belt, like being a witness to a conveyor belt. You see all these thoughts passing by and all these feelings passing by, knowing that they are a part of who you are, and simply that, a part, rather than the core of who you are. There's an existence of which I am a part of which I am. And it's a knowing, and experiencing that it comes without question. It's here. It's here. It's this. And once that's experienced, then the feeling comes from here. That's where compassion comes from. The inner peace is established, and that's baseline. That's the foundation. And then through that, the compassion comes as a feeling, if one allows it. And through that, forgiveness and gratitude and all the things that one chooses to experience out of the bedrock of inner peace of existence. People are walking around with their heads down and unhappy and intoxicated, whether it be with a substance or an action that they're doing. I think compassion allows me to see that, to see what's underneath. It takes a lot of shedding of the roles and the costumes and the makeup and the masks that people wear. Being in that space, I think I'm able to see a little deeper into an authentic self. And people have called me a mirror as far as what I do. And I tend to mirror the authentic self of another, and people recognize that. And they drop the role, they drop the thought processes that are supporting that role, and go into a deeper sense of who they are. And I think that's what I see, is the deeper sense, the more authentic self that lies within the heart of people when they are interacting. And people tell me that. And part of it is, like we were talking about before, is to remain in that space of silence and stillness and emptiness, and to allow everything, and to recognize everything that's manifesting in this moment. And then when you think about it, for me, it creates a sense of awe, and you see the beauty in everything, even in moments when there's a lot of noise. It was and is the experience of emptiness. If emptiness is layered with stillness, even, I think emptiness is layered with silence. Emptiness is the experience of which all things manifest. In the emptiness, there is knowing. That's where wisdom comes from, through emptiness. And that's why wisdom is like the flares of the sun. The sun's always shining, and then every now and then you see this little flare, quick flare of wisdom that comes out. But the sun's always shining. The truth is always there.